point in the 1986 Formula One World Championship, because this is round 8 out of the 16, the French Grand Prix at the Paul Ricard circuit near Marseille. The circuit's been shortened since last year, following the death of the Italian driver Elio De Angelis in testing a couple of months ago. A new link road joins the start-finish straight to the back straight, the Mistral, which is considerably shorter as a result. But it's still a fast circuit. Average speeds of over 125 miles an hour are expected, with top speeds of over 200 miles an hour on the back straight. And once again it's Ayrton Senna who takes pole position, his 5th this year for the Lotus team. But second quickest, alongside him on the front row of the grid, is his old rival Nigel Mansell with the Williams Honda. Third quickest is Nelson Piquet with his Williams Honda, and fourth quickest René Arnoux with the Ligier Renault. Alain Prost, the current world champion, is 5th fastest in his McLaren, and Michele Alboreto 6th in his Ferrari. The Ferraris have found a lot of extra power for this race, so they're very fast in a straight line, even though they're not as quick as the Williamses or the McLarens, or indeed the Ligiers, through the twisty bits. It's an 80-lap race, and tyre wear is expected to be a major factor. It's been very, very hot in practice, although for race day the weather is overcast, it is a bit cooler, and there's even a threat of rain. At the start, Senna makes a perfect getaway, but Michele Alboreto's Ferrari stalls and he's left on the grid. But Mansell makes a tremendous surge of power which takes him into the lead, into the very tight new right-hand corner. There's quite a traffic jam, but somehow everybody gets through. Mansell is the leader. Senna is in second place, and René Arnoux is third, ahead of the Benetton of Berger, which has made a good start. There's been another very good start for Johnny Dumfries. He was 12th on the grid, but he's already up to 6th place. So Mansell leads, Senna is second, Arnoux third, Berger 4th. It's Alain Prost in 5th place. 6th is still Dumfries in his Lotus, splendidly ahead of both Keke Rosberg and Nelson Piquet. 1 lap completed. Mansell, Senna, Arnoux, Berger, Prost, Dumfries, Piquet, Rosberg and Lafitte. Rosberg passes Dumfries under braking for the tight right-hander. And then comes a very important development. Near the back of the track, near the back of the field, Andrea de Cesaris's engine blows. Instead of stopping at once, he continues putting down oil on the circuit before he finally stops. The oil that he lays on that twisty section of the circuit is to play a major role in the race. Alain Prost manages to get past Berger for 3rd place, and then they hit the oil. Mansell gives a twitch, but Senna goes straight off the track into the fences. The end of his 2nd place, the end of his race. Bodywork flies off Thierry Boutsen's arrows, but there's no damage to any of the following cars. Ghinzani's Ozella and Nannini's Minardi have also gone off on the oil. Ayrton Senna walks disconsolately home, but he's completely unhurt. Through the back markers, Arnoux is now 2nd. Prost is 3rd. And Rosberg forces his way past Berger into 4th place. In 6th place it's Piquet. Berger has lost the nose cone of the Benetton, lapping a back marker, and he comes into the pits for a replacement. Prost finally gets past Arnoux in a brave move on the back straight. So it's now Prost second. And the battle begins between Mansell and Prost. But Mansell comes early into the pits for the first of 2 tyre stops. The McLarens are only intending to stop once. Mansell's pit stop goes well, even though he picks up a bit of debris from the pits. But there's trouble for the Dutchman Hugh Rottengatter when he hits the back of Johnny Dumfries's car. Rottengatter's out in the Zach speed. Dumfries needs a pit stop for a fresh tyre. Prost comes in for his only pit stop of the race. He's leading at this point, but through goes Mansell to retake the lead. The pit stop goes well for him too, and he comes back into the race, having dropped only to second place. But Piquet's right behind in third, and behind them is Rosberg in fourth. And meanwhile they've got Jonathan Palmer's Zach speed to lap. Also in there are the Ferrari and the Lola of Alboreto and Tombe, who are squabbling over 8th place. Palmer is lapped by Piquet, but at that moment Rosberg muscles his way through and gets up into 3rd place behind Prost. Philip Streff's Tyrrell catches fire. He parks it by the pits, but the firefighting is extremely slow. The car is very badly damaged before finally the fire is put out by the fire truck. In comes Mansell for his second stop, once more losing the lead to Alain Prost. But again it goes well. It looks as though his gamble of stopping twice and being on fresh rubber has paid off. Soon he's back onto Prost's tail, and with his younger tyres he has no difficulty in getting by. So Mansell is back in the lead, which he first held right at the start of the race. Alain Prost is demoted to second, a second place which he holds to the end. But there's a battle still on for third, and Nelson Piquet takes 3rd place for Williams Honda, back from the second McLaren of Keke Rosberg. So Mansell goes on his triumphant way. It's been a good strategy race for him. It's also going to be his 3rd win in the last 4 races, and it's going to move him up to just 1 point behind Alain Prost in the World Championship. As Alboreto goes through in front, Mansell takes the checkered flag. Prost, 17 seconds down, is a comfortable second, with Piquet 3rd for Williams Honda, Rosberg 4th for McLaren, and the 2 Ligiers 5th and 6th. Piquet sprays the champagne, pleased with his 3rd place. And Mansell and Prost on the left follow suit. In the World Championship, at the halfway point of the season, 3 points now cover the leader Prost, Mansell in 2nd place and Senna in 3rd, with Piquet still 4th and Rosberg in 5th place. In the Constructors' Championship, Williams Honda lead by just 5 points from McLaren Tag. Lotus Renault 3rd, Ligier Renault 4th. Rinascita della Ferrari oggi sfortunata, speriamo i prossimi Gran Premi di rivedere il cavallino